What's up folks, Fuzzfinger here, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. I've actually been thinking for the past few days that I wanted to do a let's play of levelling a character in World of Warcraft from 1 to 85, but I thought eventually, there's probably so many videos like that on YouTube and everyone's played WoW, so no one would really want to watch that, that'd be pretty boring. And then I found out about the Ironman challenge. Well, I actually found out about it some time ago, but it just crossed my mind again. I thought I'd give that a go. So the Ironman challenge, like I say, something different. We'll be levelling from level 1 on a random character, so I rolled the dice and ended up with a human warlock. And the rules are, it's a challenge obviously, the rules are, number 1, you're not allowed to equip any items except white or grey items. This means you can't use heirlooms, you can't use green, blue, epic, so on and so forth. You're not allowed to use any talent points, so you can't choose a specialisation, although you can train your normal class abilities from the trainer. The only profession you're allowed to have is first aid, so no other professions. You can only have food and water from the vendor. You can't join groups, so no battlegrounds instances or groups for quests. You can't enchant your items, use scrolls, potions, elixirs or glyphs, and you can't send your character any gold or take gold from anybody else or equipment, etc, etc. And also you can't join a guild. And now the big point about the Ironman challenge, and this is the bit that's probably going to get a lot of us, is if you die, you die. That's the end. You delete the character. So you have to play this very carefully. I'm quite lucky actually, I think, that I've got a warlock, because I was kind of hoping for a caster class. I think they're a little less gear dependent than the melee classes, although perhaps they are a bit more gear dependent now since Cataclysm, thanks to the fact that we now need intellect to buff our spell power, even at lower levels really. But I still think that casters are hopefully a little less gear dependent than the melee classes, and as a warlock I'm hoping I can rely on Voidwalker when I get that, which I think is level 8 or 10. So I'll have a tank to hopefully take the damage. The thing with the Iron Man, even at lower levels, you will have to be careful, because, well, I know I'm so used to just rushing through low levels. Oh, guild, no thank you. I'm sure we'll be getting a few of those pop up as we do this. Where was I? Oh yes, so I'm so used to just flying through low levels with my heirlooms and that, and just, you know, pulling 3-4 mobs at once. Obviously we can't do that when we're doing the Iron Man, since we're only using grey and white items. Now it's going to be pretty easy to start off with, I would have thought, but as we go on, even as before we leave the starting Elwyn Forest zone, you know, before we hit level 12, I reckon we're probably going to have a few close shaves, since we won't be able to use those green items, and we won't be able to use our talents from level 10. But it should be fun, and I'm hoping we'll be able to get quite far, quite high up the levels with this. But when I do die, and I hope that's not soon, but when I do die, it will be recorded obviously, and you'll see me delete the character. That will be the end. Will I start another character after that for the Iron Man challenge? Well, it depends how far I get. If I die at level 3 or level 4, something stupid like that, then yeah, I'll start again. If I get quite high up the ranks, then no, I don't think I have the patience to do another character. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to have to be, like I say, very careful not to pull too many mobs, especially when we leave this little starting area here and the mobs are red. I'm already thinking ahead to the kobolds near Goldshire. I've actually died to them once or twice before on my other characters, because you do have a tendency to pull 2, even 3 of those at once, so I'm not looking forward to that. That could end up being a challenge in and of itself, those kobolds, so we'll have to watch out for that. But other than that, we'll see how it goes. So I'm just killing Blackrock spies at the moment, nothing too exciting. I don't think I'm going to die here really. I was going to cut out some of the boring quests from the upload to YouTube, but I thought I'm only going to get accused of cheating if I did that, if bits were cut from the video, so feel free to just skip ahead if you do find the beginning bit a bit slow. In 7 years of WoW, I don't think I've ever not had ninja pullers. So some things will never change, will they? Guess we'll be competing for mobs then around here. Throughout the starting area with that hunter that was just here. Still, that makes it all the more fun, I suppose. Right, one more, then we can head back. Okay. Oh, at some point I'll probably just nip to the mailbox. All I've got is pets and that from achievements that I've earned on the account. Nothing that'll actually that I've sent across to help or anything like that. So no gold or heirlooms or anything. So I'll just check the mail in a minute. As you can see, I'm not cheating there.
For the Alliance. What can I do for you?
I don't think I've ever actually used this quest gear in Cataclysm, since I'm always using my heirlooms. Okay, class trainer.
Hey there. See you around. Well met.
Obviously every class trainer has a little introductory quest now to help new players out, so they can get the basics of learning their skills. Oh, where's the training dummies? There they are. It'll be interesting to know whether I'll be able to afford the riding skill at level 20. What is it nowadays? 8 gold? 1 gold? I can't remember. But I remember back in the days of Classic WoW, you used to have to be level 40 for the first riding skill. And you do very well if you could afford it by then. The price for that has dropped quite a few times since then, so it's really cheap now. But since I can't send any gold across, and I can't learn any professions to sell on the stuff on the auction house with, it'd be interesting to know whether I can get the gold. Just collect all these pets. Just what I've collected over the years. I'll leave the mounts in there for now though, since they'll just take up valuable bag space. Just learn them.
What can I help you?
You can have that.
For the Alliance.
Suppose I should get a pet out really, shouldn't I? I think Lurky will do. Maybe Netherwell. Yeah, Lurky.
Good day to you. Have a good one.
Okay.
Hello.
And what does this guy want us to do? Heal up the soldiers. I do like the way they've changed some of the variety of quests around in the starting zones in Cataclysm. In fact, I don't think I've actually started a human character since the changes, so it's the first time I'm actually experiencing them. There's still a lot of Cataclysm content, levelling content that I haven't actually seen. It's because I've spent most of my time obviously at the higher levels. I did level a hunter, a worgen, up to level 85. That's pretty fun. I don't really play it much now though. Okay, 2 more of them. Need to kill a few more of these though to get this quest done. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this part to be challenging anyway. With the neutral mobs and whatnot, it's really just aimed at the new players. Still, we've got to get through it to get to the fun stuff. I'm trying to think. I reckon when I normally play, I've usually died at least once by level 20. Maybe even more than that, just by some stupid deaths. I'm thinking if I'm not using heirlooms, that's all. If I am, then it's a lot easier to stay alive, but obviously we're not, so we've got to be careful.
Safe travel. How are you? See you around.
What can I do for you?
Should be okay for food and water at the moment as well, since health regens really quickly at the lower levels.
Go with honor, friend.
Hey there. See you around.
Yeah, it could do with a bag. Sure, this back sack will be filling up quite soon, and I
Can I
can't
help you?
buy any bags off the auction house.
Be careful.
I'm not sure if I mentioned that rule actually when I gave the rules out at the start. You can't buy anything off the auction house unless it's a white or grey item. You can sell on the auction house though, that's fine. If you find some epics, you don't want to send them to any of the other characters, you can stick them on the auction house and keep the gold.
That's still the charge.
Look where that hunter's gone that I saw earlier. So I'm just trying to adjust a couple of things here. I hate error speech. Since I like to click the buttons a lot, I sometimes get spammed with error speech, so I usually always disable that. I've heard that Hunter's the best class to play this with, but it's not really one of the rules, but it is recommended that you choose your faction and your class and your race even at random. So that's what I did here, and ended up with a human warlock on Alliance. Oh, there he is. Coming in to steal my mobs. Can you put the trees out? I'm not sure if you can. If that'll count towards the quest or not. Doesn't look like it, does it? This one out here, then we'll try and look for some more of the mobs before the hunter gets to them. Ah. Oh well, at least he's helping clear some out, so I haven't got loads of them attacking me at once. I'm not sure if I mentioned as well, you obviously can't do any PvP with this challenge, since we can't. We don't want to die for starters, because that'll be the end of the challenge, and also we can't join groups of any kind. Oh, as for buffs, you can use buffs that your own class can do. You cannot use buffs from scrolls, and you cannot use buffs from other players. If anyone does put a buff on you just in passing, just take it off as soon as you can. Well, straight away really. Okay, I'm just heading back to hand these quests in.
Good day to you. Have a good one.
New bag. Just move bloody heel bot out of the way.
Need help?
New weapon. Not that it really makes any difference to me as a caster since I'm not hitting anyone with it. So let's go and kill Kurtok the Slayer. Just over in the camp past the river. Or the stream, or whatever that pool of water is that we're now about to wade through. Just kill this ad, don't want him joining in the fight with us. Not that I'm sure we couldn't handle it anyway. Well, so far, I don't think there's really been any challenge, but I wouldn't have expected there to have been up to this point anyway. We've actually done nothing different than a new player would have done at this moment in time. Oh, you're too late to the party, mate.
Greetings.
Poor hunter, I'll have to wait for him to respawn now. Let's take this wand.
Go with honor, friend.
Life tap, that could be quite useful.
What can I do?
Save me having to
Farewell.
buy water to drink. And since we can use first aid, which I'll go and learn when we get to Goldshire, should be okay with life tap, pretty good. Let's tidy things up a bit, that's better.
What are you looking for? See you around.
Right. Away we go. And we're still alive.
Hey there.
Yada yada yada, yeah, okay, thank you.
See you later.
Right then folks, I think we'll leave it there for now. I know it's not been totally exciting this video, seeing as how it's been really easy, it's just a starting zone. But at least I've gone through the rules so we know what we're going to be aiming for. And we'll continue in the next video. Things will probably be a little harder then. So thank you very much and I'll see you next time.